Good morning. My name is Tissa Wijeratne, neurologist, back again with another episode of Brain Health for All. Today I thought I would answer a couple of your questions. We had a question asking how different parts of the brain involved in stroke. One of the question was why speech is affected in most of the strokes. These are great questions, so keep those questions coming. We will try and answer them. So as you can see from the picture that is in your screen, our brain has allocated a larger area of space for our lips, tongue, and area of swallowing. You can see from this inverted man image in the picture. So as a result of that, most large strokes, whether it is right side or left side, end up having swallowing difficulties. Most large strokes end up having speech involvement also. It is fascinating to see how different parts of the brain does different things. Say for an example, most of us who are right-handed, that means using right hand to write, have the dominant hemisphere or the dominant side of the brain as the left side of the brain. In fact, most left-handed also, not to the same extent as right-handed, has left hemisphere dominant as well. So the left hemisphere speech area has three components. In the most front part, that area, which is also known as Broca's area, is responsible for word production. Now I'm producing these words thanks to my Broca's area. Now you are understanding these words thanks to another speech area which is known as Wernicke's area, which is in the back of the brain, of the speech area of the brain, that is. Let's say that someone has a stroke in Broca's area of the brain, or more front part of the speech area. Then these people can understand what you say perfectly, but they cannot produce a single word at all. So they just can't make any words. It's very frustrating. Contrary to that, if someone had a stroke but that has affected the back of the brain, Wernicke's area, then they can actually produce words, but they can't really understand. So in the wards, when we are doing ward rounds, we do this test called three-step speech test. You explain to the patient that I am your doctor, so and so, and I'm going to ask you three things. Could you please do A, B, C? Sometimes I might ask, could you please close your eyes, open your mouth, lift your right arm up at the same time. So that's being able to follow three-step commands. So if someone with problem in the back of the brain speech area, Wernicke's area, they would not have a clue of these commands. Interestingly, these people can talk. So they basically talk to you fluently, but you can't make any sense like some politicians talking. So it's basically a word salad. So it doesn't make much sense. Then there are other types of strokes where the damage occur in the connection between these two areas. So these people have other difficulties. They may have difficulty naming fingers, difficulty counting numbers backward, or difficulty naming. As you can see, brain is an absolutely fascinating organ. And it is very important we do all what we can to protect that and prevent strokes as best as possible. We talked about this in a previous program, and I encourage you to watch that program again and put those things into practice so that you will not end up with a problem like stroke or mini stroke. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sending your questions, and we'll see you next week with another episode of Brain Health for All. Take care, stay safe, and stay well.